Hi everyone, and welcome to the Introduction to C# in Unity series. So in this tutorial, we're going to be talking about if conditional statements. Now we use conditional statements all the time in real life. For example, suppose you go to your favorite restaurant and you order what you always order there, which is fish and chips. But the server lets you know that they've run out of fish, so to order something else. And then you order your second best choice at that restaurant, which is pizza. So in code speak, this would be something like if fish and chips available, order, else if fish and chips not available, order pizza. As another example, take this picture up here on the screen. So if you've done your homework, only then can you play your favorite game, else you need to finish your homework first. So if schoolwork done evaluates to true, then play game. If the schoolwork done is false, that means you haven't done your schoolwork, then do your schoolwork first. So in your code, when you're making games, you can control the way your program behaves or executes with conditional statements. So we use if-else conditional statements to control the output of your program based on whether a condition is true or false. And there's three conditional statements that you can use, which is the if conditional statement, the else conditional statement, and the else if conditional statement. And conditionals are usually used with comparison and equality operators. Okay, so take a look at the syntax of the if conditional statement. So we have the if keyword followed by parentheses, and inside we'll place our condition. Now if this condition evaluates to true, then we'll execute some code placed inside the curly braces. Now in my Unity editor, I already have my cube set up, and I have my cube controller script attached to my cube object, which you can see here on the right in the inspector window. And let's take a look at my cube controller script. So not much going on here. I have my namespaces at the top. My public cube controller class inherits from the monobehavior class. And because we're using monobehavior class, we can use the start and update event methods. Now out here, let me declare a variable called int health, which is equal to, let's say, 5. Okay, and inside my start event method, I'm going to structure an if conditional statement like so. Now my condition is going to be placed inside the parentheses, and I'm going to check if my health is greater than 3. Okay, so if the player's health is greater than 3, the integer 3, then I'm going to debug.log. So I'm going to use debug.log to say you are in the safe zone. Okay, and then finish off with a semicolon, and let's Control S to save. And let's take a look at this. So I'm going to go to the console, click on play, and there you can see in my console, you are in the safe zone is logged. And this is because this condition, health is greater than 3, evaluated to true, because 5 is greater than 3. Okay, now let's say I change this to 2. Okay, now we're checking if 2 is greater than 3, and because 2 is not greater than 3, this condition will evaluate to false. And let's see what happens when it evaluates to false. So I'm going to clear, click on play, and in my console you can see that nothing is logged. And this is because this condition here, 2 is greater than 3, is false. And the debug.log statement will only execute if the condition specified inside the parenthesis is true. Okay, so we can change this to, let's say, 7. Okay, and now because 7 is greater than 3, the debug.log statement will execute. Okay, so the condition will evaluate to true. And let's take a look at this. And out here in the console, you can see that you are in the safe zone is logged. And this was because 7 is greater than 3 evaluated to true, and then whatever is inside the curly braces will execute if the condition is true. So that's all for this tutorial. Go ahead and hit like and subscribe if you found this useful.